This is Prisma, and if you're not yet convinced that you should get this plugin by unplug.red, then I have no idea what's up with you actually. I just tested this like not too long ago, you know, like an hour ago or so, and I'm already convinced that I will use this a lot. It has so many different flavors that you can dial in. I mean, check this out. This is a click sound. And this is actually the kick synthesizer that I reviewed, no, not reviewed, but tested in my last video. I'm making this distinction because someone was confused why this video took so long to get started. In a test, I am not editing videos and I'm not trying to be super fast and showing cool tricks or anything. I am just exploring and finding out how it feels to use a plugin. Just so you all know. Yeah, now after I finished this video, I noticed that this plugin, it might not actually be a kick synthesizer, but more like a click synthesizer, in the sense that it really creates all kinds of clicks and sweeps and stuff like that. And it is maybe very useful if you think of it not as a kick synthesizer, but as something that just creates percussive sweeps. Like in this case, this sweep that is on the offbeats. And then it's just great. I'm just saying that because in my last video I was very confused how I should use it, and now I have actually kind of an idea how I want to use it. Anyway, now let's use Prisma on here. Oh, I already have the instance there. Now I want to... okay, I don't know why the window doesn't automatically goes away when I click somewhere, but anyway. So I have 4 bands here, and the first one is what I would call the thump of the sound. Now I want to explore all of the effects that are in here and just show you what it does. Just some very subtle soft clipping, very useful in many cases. Hard clipping, also useful, but, well, harder, heavy. A nice squeezy sound. On this particular sound, I really love it. Now, asym. Also a very squeezy sound. Rectify. I really wonder how this is rectify, because rectifying usually means that one half of the wave goes up. But maybe this rectifier already includes a high pass filter, I don't know. I mean, it would make sense, no one wants a wave that just goes to one direction, I guess. Sweet. How all these knobs look, it's so cute. Now the funny thing about sample divide or sample and hold is I had a lot of experiments with these kind of things when I just started making VST plugins. My first experiments were all like that, but I forgot about it because it's too simple, and then I went on with more complex things. But sometimes you should just go back to the roots and make a sample divide algorithm and just add it to a plugin. It makes such a difference. I mean, for example, on that bass sound, you can scroll the video back if you want to see it again, but on that bass sound, I had sample divide on the high end, and there was one part where I moved the parameter around a little bit, and yeah, it is just a very nice alternative way to create the high end shape instead of using pure filters for that, and also adds a lot of grit, so it's very useful in that regard. Oh nice, I already keep the width parameter here. Gain. Alright. Well, low pass. That's so cute, wiggly wiggly. This must be my favorite parameter, even though low pass filters are not that exciting. High pass. Okay, I have a little bit of a hard time imagining a use case for a low pass and a high pass filter in a multi-band plugin, because I already have the band splitting here going on. But maybe it's sometimes useful. I could imagine a notch filter being very useful though. If the developer wants to add a notch filter down here somewhere, that could have a lot of potential. Notch filters always sound super fancy in my opinion. Anyway, now let's get started actually making this sound. I think I really like what the heavy knob was doing. Asym is even better here. Now let's go on with the low mids. Juicy. Nice. Ooh. I didn't even know this sound had stuff that could sound like that. Nice. That actually adds some thumpiness to the high mids, even though the low part already sounded thumpy. Okay. Nice one. Okay, nice, nice. Let's go. Actually, how it would sound if Prisma was before the compressor. No. But now I want to have some post saturation on the whole thing. Nice, I'm recording that. Nice one. Alright, I really like that. Now let's go on with this sound. This is an angry lead sound, of course made with the best synthesizer in the world, Synth 1. And yeah, Prisma. Let's see where the journey takes us this time. I gotta say, this UI, there has been so much thought into it. Check this out, this lane, it is too small, so the buttons are just putting themselves in a different way on the lane. That's very smart. One thing that I don't like about this is that there is no responsiveness on these crossover frequency thingies. I first thought that I cannot change the crossover frequency on them because they don't respond to hovering, and that's a bit of a shame. Also, it's kind of fiddly on such a small thing. I wish I could increase the size of everything. That would make it even better, in my opinion. I should really say that because this plugin is great, but we cannot let these things slip through. Now let's go on. So now we have a really deep sound. Nice. One thing is, that I don't like about this plugin is that it does not have a master gain, because I would like to just check out how it A/Bs when without touching the individual gains, but I want to touch the individual gains anyway, so I'm doing that now. Oh, that's so nice. I just had another idea what I want to do with this. It has nothing to do with Prisma, but I need to do that. And a multiband split as well. I want to put a phaser on that. Okay, so the last thing that I want to do is trying it on hi-hats, because hi-hats naturally don't have a lot of stuff going on in the entire spectrum. Especially not used like this. But it sounds very reverberant and full of room. So I want to know what that would be like. Oh fuck, I cannot touch the knobs. Okay, so that's a bit of a bug when you cannot touch the buttons when you're going too far to the right. It should always be somehow available. But yeah, that's a bit of an edge case here because we have a very unusual shape. Anyway, let's get started. Sweet. Now trying to use the bit crusher as a gate somehow. Let's see how that works. Now that's really nice, really, really nice. Alright, I think that's enough from this video. Yeah, multi-band effects and just way too much distortion. I think that's just a great idea for a plugin. It's so simple, yet so genius. I mean, you are probably aware that plugins like Saturn exist and stuff, but this is just completely different. Like most of these things are just made to sound subtle, and you would get this from soft clip and hard clip a little bit. That is basically what is all this kind of stuff in Saturn, and then there is some amp stuff. There is no amp stuff in here, so that maybe is a little bit missing. And then there is some more subtle stuff, and then there is some crazy creative stuff like granular effects and so on. So it's kind of a different flavor. And yeah, that's the old version of Saturn. They added some more distortion types in the new version. But I think the way the UI just looks is also inviting in a different way, and it just wants you to make crazy sounds. While I did make crazy sounds with Saturn, but it does not really invite me there all of the time, which is totally a reason why I am now inspired by Prisma. And yeah, I'm looking forward to check out the other plugins by unplugged.red, because they all look very cool. And I think that's it for this video.